Hello, guys. Right, there was something that happened in Finland.
Well, actually, I wanted to say a bit about bullying.
Right, okay, hang on. Something happened in Finland, and it was a guy, well, a 12-year-old boy, went into school with a gun and shot 3 students. 1 died, and 2 are in critical condition. Now, he was bullied, and they've put him in the care system, but I think what they need to do is give him therapy, because the thing is, I was bullied in school really badly. I was beaten up. I used to come home battered and bruised. It was horrible. It was a horrific time for me. It was a horrific time for my mum.
The thing is, one of the worst things I can think of.
I hadn't finished.
Sorry, but.
And the problem is, when you're bullied, it doesn't just affect you in school, it stays with you throughout your life. I left school years ago. I left school before I should have done. And it's something that stays with you, not only like through your teenage years, it follows you into your adult life as well. And if you've not had any therapy or anything, or had no one to talk to, it can just manifest and manifest and manifest. And that's obviously what happened to him. But he might reoffend again if he doesn't get any kind of therapy or any form of help. And people are like, oh, it's just school bullying. No, it's not. You know, if he's gone and done that, you don't know what's going on in his mind. You know, he needs to speak to somebody. And he obviously couldn't talk to the teachers or anything, because you think that if you talk to the teachers or someone who's, even someone in your family, you know, you don't think they're going to take you seriously. And you're just like, no one's going to take me seriously. No one's going to say anything. Because when I used to go to school and I used to tell the teachers I didn't do anything, my mum was always over to school. And it is horrible. It's bad on your family. It's bad on you. And it can affect, obviously, you mentally. So he needs some sort of therapy or someone to talk to that's going to understand what he's going through and be sympathetic and just be a sympathetic ear for him. Even if it's just like, oh, well, why do you feel like you're going, you know, why did you feel you had to do this? Wasn't there another way out of it? Just someone to talk to, someone to ask him questions of why he did it, instead of like putting all the blame on him. Because obviously if you're getting bullied, it's going to affect you. So I'm not saying what he done was right, but I'm not saying what he done was absolutely his fault either.
Bullying is one of the worst things I can possibly think of. I was bullied. In fact, I was bullied so badly that I walked out of school, they threatened to sue my mum. And my mum actually had been put into voluntary care. I was in a truant home for the last 3 years of my school career. Did I learn anything in the truant home? No. I learnt how to smoke.
Did I learn anything in school? No,
I learnt how to smoke and how to shoplift and stuff like that.
The thing is, when I was in school, it was different with me than it was with you. When I was in school, there were so many, like, obviously no one listens to the teachers, no one respects the teachers or anything, they're just there to do a job. And they were playing up so much I couldn't learn. They were, they were, what's the word? Interrupting my education because they wanted to play about and be all big balls. I can say that, it's balls, it's not swearing. So, you know, like, I was trying to learn and I couldn't learn because of them. So
the thing is, I was put into the care system. I had to stay there for 5 days a week, and I was allowed home on weekends and school holidays. But it was far from an ideal situation. Some of them, they couldn't even read. And I was there, and because I could actually read and write, they put me in for an English O level, which I knew I had no hope of passing, but I was their flagship because I could read. So, you know...
Well, there's the other thing as well, isn't there? Because I was dyslexic. Well, I still am. Didn't get over it or anything, but because I'm dyslexic, they put me in this room with the special needs kids, and obviously that made me a target as well, because they're like, oh, she's in with the dummies, you know. So it's just like, but you don't know why I'm there, you don't know why I'm in there, you know. There's nothing actually, there is now, but at the time there wasn't actually anything mentally wrong with me. I was just a bit behind with my reading and writing because I'm dyslexic. But because of that, I was a target. It wasn't just that, We lived right on top of the school, and you know. And Michelle had been there as well, hadn't she?
Yeah.
So you knew that my school was right opposite where I used to live. And because they saw me coming home from school, I was an easy target. I was very skinny as well then, and there was nothing of me. So I was small and skinny, and I was an easy target because I wasn't like I am now.
And I mean, I was bullied at school. I was terribly bullied. And it has followed me into my life thereafter, because every now and again I'll turn around to you and I'll say, they're looking at me, what's wrong?
Yeah.
You know, and it does follow you. And
Well, yeah, because I don't even like going out my house now.
no, because you always think that someone's there waiting to beat you up.
Yeah, like they did when... my mum had to deal with it. There was these girls and they knocked on the door and they said, can I go outside? Now, Mum knew that I didn't go out with anyone because I didn't have any friends at school. And there was 4 girls waiting to beat me up.
Yeah, and one of them, the ringleader of this, was about 3 foot nothing. She was actually shorter than I am.
Mm.
And she's like, is Kaylee coming out to play? And I went, why would she want to? I know what you're here for, go home.
To play.
And I said, I know your parents are, I know where you live, go home.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't just girls with me though, it was boys as well. I had it from
tried
everyone.
to give me some lip, but she when she found out that I
You went and saw her parents anyway.
Yeah, I mean, she thought I wasn't going to take it any further, but I did.
But, you know, like, it does follow you into your adulthood, and it's one of the most horrific things, and it is worldwide, and it should be stopped. They said in my school they had a 500-page book on bullying. No one ever saw it.
The thing is, there is a band called the Fearless Vampire Killers,
Mm-hmm.
and help me out, I've forgotten his name, and I love
Keir
him.
or Lawrence?
Keir
Keir.
Kemp. Keir Kemp is the only person I've ever known who said this. He says, you'll go and tell a teacher's only there to do a job. He's getting paid whether you learn or not, and he does a 9 to 5 job, and that's his job.
Mm.
And if someone goes, I'm being bullied, he's not really interested. He'll go, yeah, and so make all the right noises, but he's not really going to put his neck out.
That's what I said, you know, like,
about it.
You need to speak to someone, even if you do speak to a teacher who's not really listening, just tell someone. You need to get that off your chest.
Yeah, because, I mean, although nothing will most likely nothing will be done about it, but at least you've told someone, and that someone, if you do snap and beat up the bully, I'm not saying shoot anyone, but you go in and beat up the bully, then at least they can say, well, he did tell me about it. You know, but I mean,
We're not saying go in and shoot up a school.
shooting people is never the solution. I mean, in my head, I must have done it to my school a million times.
But
it goes no further than my
You
head.
don't know what he was going through at home or anything either, so, you know.
I know that his own situation will factor into it somewhere along the
The
line.
thing is, that gun belonged to a relative of his. Now, we've been to Finland countless times. I've been 5 times, you've been 4. We're going again in June. Nothing happens in Finland. It's a very, very safe place. There was a guy riding a bicycle. He was so drunk, he was naked, and the police were following him, laughing. That is what the police are there for. Just
Now-
comedy value, basically.
Now, I can mention a few crimes that have happened in Finland. You had the Bodom murders.
Yes.
Which were...
Years and years ago.
Which was in the 1960s, and that was 4 or 5 teenagers went to Lake
4.
Bodom to camp, and they were murdered. It's all over. Most of the true crime have covered it. There was a school shooting
Years ago.
in about 2008, and there was another one the year after that, because the year after that was someone who idolised the one who done the first one,
Yeah.
and they would dress like him, they looked like him, and then it was obvious what that was about. And there was a shooting in a supermarket called Prisma
Years ago.
years ago, and this was a guy who was after his ex-wife.
Yeah, so it's not a consistent thing.
No, and I mean, when you consider that's a city of over 5 million people,
And they've had about 5
there's not been
incidents.
any, like... Everywhere gets their murders, everywhere's got their drug problems, everywhere's got prostitution problems. Every city in the world has them.
Well, we've been to Calais, which was a red light district, and we didn't see any prostitutes
Well,
there.
that's been gentrified now, apparently. But we've been... I mean, Calais is the Soho of Helsinki.
I like it there, though.
But yeah, I mean, we've been around Helsinki, and we've hung around some of these so-called bad areas in Helsinki. I don't know, there are more. but we haven't been to
The
those.
thing is, they say, "Oh, it's a bad area. It's a bad area." We're from the East End of
We're
London.
from the East End of London,
So
you know.
nothing's
How
bad
bad
to
can
us,
it be?
you know. And we've been out. We go out late at night. I mean, yeah, we did hear that one blood curdling scream, but we think it was teenagers messing about. I've been out at night in Finland. I've been out in the day in Finland.
We've been out all night and come home in the day in Finland.
Yeah, and nothing's happened to us. And the most thing, I think the worst that's happened to us was them teenagers, and they was like that, and they, when you were walking across the road.
They weren't bad
They
at all.
weren't, no, they were the rowdy bunch.
One was very, very drunk, and he couldn't see me. Because that's how drunk he was, he couldn't see me coming.
See anything.
And I was trying to cross the road, and he was aiming straight for me, and his friend grabbed him, pulled him out of the way, and then they all stood there and went like that and led the way.
You
So
just punched me in the boob.
that's all right, and it was my thumb, so it wasn't a punch, was it?
You poked me in the
So
boob.
they sort of like went like this, and I crossed the road, and it was all like, you know, you nearly walked into a, well, look where you're going sort of thing. And they were really nice. We had that guy who would not leave us alone. He was asking us where Lahti
Oh,
was.
him, yeah.
He was annoying.
Lahti.
But he was fairly harmless. I think he was too drunk to do anything. And, you know, we haven't really had much of a problem with people in Finland.
No, because when you say you're from London or from the East End of London, oh.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm not going to mess with you. And, I mean, you've got Russians there, you've got Kosovans there, you've got people that are from bad places. I'm not saying that Russia and Kosovo are particularly bad, but that's where wars have been.
But you say it London, East End of London. Oh, so
Yeah, so I am going to... I need a sauce.
So, you know, like, if you do know someone who is being bullied, talk to them. Even if you can't help them, the words that you say, don't use my marble plate because it's cracked. The words that you say to them could actually help them. So, even if you just say, like, you know, if you're just a sympathetic ear, be a sympathetic ear for them, because no matter what they're going through, they need to talk to somebody.
And I'm just going to light a candle in memory of those that were injured and killed. And if anyone else would like to do this as well, it'd be very, very nice to have a few pictures in the comments of whether you did it or not.
We don't get comments. But even a country that is so beautiful as Finland is, you know, they have their own sort of terrors. So, you know, it's like I said, bullying is a worldwide thing, and it needs to stop. It really does.
The thing is, I mean, there are always going to be bullies, always. But you know, for whatever reason, I mean,
that's the real beeswax one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I was bullied because I looked different. We were skint. And my mum had taken on a newborn baby. And it was like, you smell. I didn't. But
I said that to me as well.
it's always, you smell, you're dirty. That's the only
Oh,
thing I can think to
no.
say.
You got nits. Well, yeah, because for one, I was clean, because nits can't live in dirty hair. For two, somebody in that school had nits and gave them to me.
And every time you cleaned them up, you went back to school and got reinfected.
So
the thing is, bullying is a horrible thing to do. What do you achieve by it? Does it actually make you feel better? I don't think so.
No.
And you are actually tearing down somebody who's probably not got a lot of self-esteem anyway.
And it, like I said, it stays with you. I've never been confident because of it. When I was in junior school, I was confident. I had loads of friends. I was like, I was a Miss Popularity in junior school, and I had loads of confidence because of it. I went to high school thinking it was going to be the same kind of thing, you know.
People go to high school with the impression that it's going to be the Grange.
Yeah, and it wasn't, and I got bullied so badly that I am now, my confidence is gone.
The thing is, Grange did try to highlight things like bullying, but unless it's actually happening.
Or unless you're actually going through
Or
it.
you're actually going through it, you will never, never, never know what bullying is actually like. I mean, I turned completely full on goth because no matter what people said to me on the street, it wasn't as bad as what they were saying to me in school when I was trying to fit in. So I didn't care how stupid I looked. I'd just go, I'd wear a clown suit if somebody said something about it.
Well,
you know?
in the end of my high school run, because I walked out when I was 14, and in the end of my high school run, I started going a bit goth, and I started going a bit alternative, because I wasn't actually, I never started off as a goth. I started off as an alternative. I was as a grunger, I guess.
You were trendy, and then you went from trendy to grunge.
Yeah.
And then you went from grunge to punk. And then you went from punk to goth.
Yeah, but there was a bit of metaler in there as well.
Yeah, and there was a bit of rock chicks mixed in and that.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I hated school. They say, school years are best years in life. To who?
That's what I was like, because like, people said to me, oh, you know, you go to high school and the best years of your life. And they were saying this while I was at school, and I was like, where?
To who? To who are they the best years of their life? There wasn't even that many popular kids in your school. To who is it the best years of their life? To who? I want to know.
Yeah, I had no friends, like none. Not one friend. I mean, there was a few that would talk to me.
When forced.
Well, Terry didn't talk to me when forced. One person who would like talk to me consistently, he was a friend, and his name was Terry. And the problem was, we had a west wing and an east wing, and this is going to make no sense to Americans, and I'm really sorry for our American viewers, but when I was in year 7,
which is the first year of your secondary school, it's when you're about 11, 12.
Yeah, I was put in east wing, and he was in, and I was in west wing, and he was in east wing. That's right. And they wouldn't swap me over. I asked, my mum asked, and they said no, she's in west wing. That's it. And that is bull, because they changed other people from east to west or west to east, but not me. So the teachers were also playing against me as well.
They weren't really playing against you. They just didn't really care.
The headmaster didn't care.
She said, why won't you transfer me? And I said, well, I'll only transfer you if you've got a relative.
Yeah, and I went, well, that's not actually accurate, is it? Because you've done it for other people. Oh, yes, but they've got friends, and they've got
brothers
friends.
And sisters in that.
I said, but I have a friend in West and East. I said, so you're going to make me stay in West where I'm getting bullied constantly when I could be in East with a friend who might actually stick up for me, and you won't do it because he was a boy. Because the thing is, I was being beaten up by boys and girls. So,
look, for both me
mind you, Terry had a bad name in that school anyway, so that's probably why.
For both me and my daughter, our lives at school were hell.
Yeah.
I got expelled from 2 schools. I was the bad one. I got expelled. I was the one who was being bullied. It's because I wouldn't go in.
Yeah.
I would play truant and I wouldn't go to school.
Well, I didn't go to school either. I mean, it's quite funny. One lunchtime, I remember I came home from school because there was like a gap in the gate, and I used to literally, I was like, well, I used to run from the doors of the school all the way across the field, slip out through the fence and run all the way home. Now, it was literally across the road, but that field was big. And I literally run like across where the sports hall was like here. So you had like the doors to the main entrance. The main entrance was around the other side. But the doors to where we used to come out was like here. So I'd run literally a straight line, straight through the fence, slip out through the little hole in the fence, which I could never do now. And
I think they fixed it as well.
Yeah, probably. And then run in.
Like, no, it's not there anymore because the nursery school's there now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my little getaway. And I used to slip through the fence and go home. Now, I started doing that, and it was getting a bit ridiculous because I'd start doing it at break time. Because they made me go outside. I wasn't allowed to stay inside in break time. So I'd do it at break time. Anytime they said go outside, I would slip out and go home. And I wouldn't just slip out and go home and just go back. I would slip out and go home and stay home. One lunchtime, this made her laugh so much. She said something and it made me laugh. And I just had a cup of tea. And she said, I can't remember what it was she said. She said something and it was so funny. The tea came out of my nose.
It was dangerous. Eagers was taking the mickey out of the boy at school.
Yeah, and I just started laughing. Tea came out of my nose. And it was very painful.
And the thing is...
And I think that was one of the last days that I was there.
I didn't force her to go into school. I never did, because I know what hell I had at school and I know what hell she was going through. So I would never say, right, you go to school, that's it, you just get in that school. No, because I knew what it was like. I've been there.
I even went back once when I was 16, just once. When I was 16, just to see if anything had changed. No, it was even worse.
Well, actually, some boys from your school, I think they were boys, nicked your little thing you had hanging on your bag and ripped it up.
Oh, my corn dolly, yeah.
Yeah.
That was when I was 18.
Yeah.
But they said, the headmaster said to me, he went, come and get your record of achievement. I went, I ain't going back in that school. I went, are you crazy? And he went, we need you to have your record of achievement. So my mum went with me to get it.
And it was a new headmaster.
Yeah, and also Mark was with me as well. We all went in there to go and get it. And he was like, oh, we just wanted to see Kaylee. And I went, well, Kaylee's not coming in on her own, so...
No, Kaylee had an entourage.
Yeah, so I had my mum and Mark with me and I went and got my record of achievement.
Yeah, for a bodyguard. Weird.
But it was, I went back in once when I was 16 and it was so bad. And they used to take the mickey out of me because my ex-boyfriend, because he used to meet me from school, from across the road.
A lot of them did that. The boy in the other block, who was about 18, used to wait for his girlfriend to come out of school. So, you know, they couldn't really pick on her for that, but they did.
Yeah.
Anything they could find to nitpick about. Anything. She didn't dress right. And when she did dress right, it still wasn't right. Because they said so.
Yeah, like that. I went to go and get... There used to be an ice cream van on the premises of the school. And there was this hill. I can't say what we used to call it.
Boob Hill.
Yeah, Boob Hill. It was like 2 humps. It wasn't, we didn't call it Boob Hill. We called it something else.
It's a bird.
Yeah. The blue hill. But it wasn't blue, it was just... Yeah. Anyway, it was Boob Hill, but it was the shorter... What?
As independent traders.
Yeah, hill. And I run over it to get an ice cream one day. Well, I wasn't doing school at night. Well, it did happen as well. One day, and I ran over to get it. It had been raining. I didn't realise it had been raining. I slipped, fell when everyone saw my pants. And they all laughed at that. And then, what was the other thing that I was just about to say?
Well, you was going on about when you fell on Blue Bill.
Yeah, no, there's that, but there was something else.
You were covered in mud juice.
No, it was something else.
Oh, sorry.
I can't remember what it was. Jesus Christ, my brain doesn't work. No, I know about that Boob Hill incident.
And you lost your ice cream.
Yeah, and I went home crying, and Mum went, what's wrong? And I told her what had happened, and everyone literally, there was like a crowd of people around me laughing, and I was just like, I can't actually take it anymore. And my ex-boyfriend got kicked in the face by my nemesis.
Yeah, but he wasn't even at your school. It's just that people who were at her school, the boy who kicked her boyfriend in the face,
ex-boyfriend,
whatever, he's not in the picture anymore.
No, I know.
Anyway, the one who kicked him in the face wasn't at school, but he hung around with a lot of younger people who were at school. It was that situation, you know, he's big and hard. We'll hang around with him, and it makes us look big and hard, but it don't really. And the next day they were all saying, oh, yeah, your boyfriend got kicked in the face. But what they neglected to say was the fact that the boy who kicked him in the face pushed him off his bike first, made sure he was on the floor.
Because they didn't like it, because they said to me, oh, your boyfriend got kicked in the face. What was you there? Was you there? Because I didn't see you there, because I was there. I said, where was you? I went, I didn't see you. I said, I saw him I saw my ex, who was my boyfriend at the time, and me. I said, I didn't see anyone else. You wasn't there, so what do you know? He told us. I don't care what he said. I said, he's lying. Clearly. I said, in fact, we're going to the police station today. What? I went, we're going to the police station today. I went, I'm leaving.
And that was the hospital because he had to get an X-ray.
Well, we went to the hospital, we went to the police station as well. It was the same day we went to the police station.
Yeah, because he had his injuries photographed.
And I went, we're going to the... Because I was so worried that they'd already left, and luckily they hadn't, because my mum was sorting him out, getting him ready to go to the hospital and the police station. And I said, he's at my house now. I said, I'm going home. I said, I can't, because I said to the teacher, I can't deal with this. And I walked out of class, and she was like, oh, Kaylee. And I went, no, I'm leaving. And I said a bad word. Something off. And I walked out.
With duck.
Yeah, and I walked out. I went, I'm not dealing with this. And they were like, oh, she swore. Wow. So I done my little run across the playground and slipped out the fence and went in. And my mum went, what are you doing home? And I went, I'm not going back there. I said, they all literally just laughed at me and took the mickey out of me. And I said, I'm not going back there anymore. I said, I'm going to the hospital and the police station with you. And she was like, okay. I went, I'm glad you hadn't left yet. And
well,
then,
he was actually waiting for his mum to come.
Yeah,
and
my ex-boyfriend came downstairs and went, what are you doing here? I went, I'm not going back there again. And I went, I'm going with you to the hospital and to the police station. And it was all fine and dandy, and I was like, okay. And yeah, so I never went back. Well, I went back after, when I was 16, once, to see if anything had changed, and it hadn't. So I was just like, do you know what? Nah. Because my birthday's at a very weird time. My birthday's in January, so I turned 16 when everyone else was still 15. And I went over, and I did not like it. And I left, and I walked out, and that was the last time I'd ever been in that school.
And this is why we hate bullying so much. And
there was another thing, but I can't remember what it was.
There was lots of incidents where you got beaten up. And this is why we hate bullying to such an extent. And this is where you can see the stark reality of what bullying does.
Yeah.
It can drive you.
And the amount of, I used to make little drawings in my bedroom, and they were my friends. Because I didn't have any friends. It was very sad. But I used to make little friends, and they were on my bedroom wall, and they were my friends that I had, that I made myself, because they weren't going to turn against me if I made them. And yeah, I had a very sad life, didn't I, really?
I mean, in my head, I used to dream up scenarios.
I used to dream up scenarios of where
I'd go in and I'd blow them up, or...
Yeah.
You know, never, ever in a million years would I do it.
Ow.
I can't kill anyone. But in my mind, I was killing everyone.
Yeah.
You know, there were certain teachers who actually came in under that umbrella as well.
What's funny now is that I'm doing YouTube. I've got 68 subscribers. Very grateful for, thank you very much. I've got my other YouTube channel, which has got all the free.
So, it's better than none.
Yeah, and I would like you guys to subscribe to that one if you can, because it's me playing games. If you don't like games,
free.
Don't watch them. Just subscribe.
It's free.
Subscribe, please. I need subscribers.
It doesn't cost anything to subscribe.
So if you can subscribe to my other channel, I did actually. I don't link. I don't know how. So I did mention it in the last one. Please subscribe to that channel as well. Even if you don't watch the videos, they are just me playing The Sims.
Yeah, but there's 2 Pandora plays and I can't remember the numbers.
SR6 something or other. So
yeah, so it is there. Pandora plays SR6 something or other.
Yeah. So just look. It should come up anyway. But if it doesn't, is it? I'll try and link it in the description.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. Anyway, so what was I saying?
You've forgotten again.
Yeah, I told you my brain doesn't work. So that about I'm very grateful. Oh yeah, that's it, right. So I'm a YouTuber now. I've got my 68 subscribers, I've got my other channel. I'm very, very grateful for you guys and the support. But what are they doing? I'm a model, I'm a dancer, I'm a singer, I'm an actress. What are they doing?
You're going backwards and forwards to Finland. We're going to start doing days out in London as well.
LA,
Soon.
what are they doing?
Sitting at home waiting for a babysitter.
Have they been to LA? Are they going to Finland every... Can't even say every
Possible
year.
opportunity, every possible opportunity.
Are they, you know, are they going to be like hopefully doing collabs with people? This is one of the reasons I'm going to LA. You know, a lot of the YouTubers I watch are in America.
A lot of the YouTubers I watch are in England, but they don't do the sort of content that we do.
No, they do exploring. You can't do
Urban
that.
exploring.
But the ones that I watch that are in America do the sort of content we do. So, and if I can get a few tips from them as well, great. So, you know, that's why I'm all for animals, because they don't do anything to annoy, well, they annoy me. They annoy me a lot, but they don't do anything to hurt me, you know, unless it's unintentional. They wouldn't intentionally do anything to hurt me.
But the thing is, I've always hated bullying.
Yep.
Always. I don't think that it's good in any situation.
Did you drink all of the hot chocolate?
Yeah. Well, some of it, what was left, and bits. And I don't think that bullying is good in any situation, in any given situation. Bullying is never needed.
It's not.
And I used to think that going to school was like going to torture. And now if I have to go anywhere where I don't particularly want to go, I feel like I'm being led up those execution steps, which is like going back in school. I hated school. I loathed it. I hated it even from when I was in primary school.
Yeah.
But I could deal with it then. Once it got to secondary school, because I went to secondary school. We lived in Stratford and my secondary school was in Whitechapel.
Can you get me a Monster out of the fridge, please?
So I had to go to Whitechapel on the bus, Whitechapel Hospital, and go through Philpott Street, which was where the operating theatres were in London Hospital. And you'd see people who were under anaesthesia being wheeled around, and I kind of felt like that.
Yeah.
And what one do you want?
Punch, please. Haha, thank you.
So that's how I kind of felt. I felt like I was going in for an operation and having bits of me taken away. And I'd start off, I'd jump off the bus and I'd walk quite confidently across the road. And then the nearer I got to the school, the slower I'd be.
Yeah, same. I mean, I used to have my CD Walkman. I literally lived across the road.
We didn't even have those.
And I used to sit in class and I used to I shouldn't have been doing this. And they were like the old earphones. You could see them on my head. It's just like trying to sort of play my hair to try and cover the fact I was listening. Kaylee, you listen to music. No, I'm listening to a French CD. I wasn't.
But, I didn't even have that excuse because they weren't invented. But it was absolute hell, my days at school. Absolute hell. Absolute hell for Kaylee. And my heart goes out to anybody who has ever been bullied, because it is not... I'm not talking about going in school and having one or two people picking on you. I'm talking about the whole school turning against you for whatever reason, because you were wearing a blue shirt, or because it's Tuesday. It is...
Because any day that was their excuse to me.
It is never good to bully anybody. I mean, find out their situation. Why are they like that? What is going on with their home life? But no. Well, it's easier to go, you smell. It's ridiculous. It really is.
And that's what's made me sort of scared of people now. I never used to be like... I used to go out and I was quite confident. My kind of confident, which isn't really confident at all, but I used
you
to
was
pretend.
okay when you was with the bench lots in Southend.
They were my friends.
Yeah.
And I used to go out and pretend that I was very confident. And I knew Southend. I did know Southend. And if I was with my friends at the bench lot, there was a lot of us. And if anyone started on one of us, they started on all of us. That included Luke, who used to busk under the bridge. He was sort of like he was kind of what do you call it?
He was on the fringes, wasn't he?
Yeah,
You know?
he was. But if anyone started on him, then
There
we'd
were a
all...
few people that was on the fringes.
Yeah, but it was like if anyone started on you guys, we would all, you know. So it was like we were all sort of one kind of thing. We used to go out together and stuff, like to clubs and stuff, which is fine. And they did a few times. People from my school would come up and try and make fun of us, and we'd all be like,
Well,
"Really?"
there was one girl from your school, and this is years after they'd left. I mean, you were what, 20? Walking along the street in Southend, she's going, "Hey, you stupid, you happy to go?" Eh?
Oh, her. I wasn't 20. I was older than 20.
How adult is that? You know, "Hey, you stupid, you happy to go?" Who cares? You know, that makes you look like a bigger idiot than it makes her look because you're the bully.
Yeah, she was talking to her boyfriend. She said, "I used to beat her up in school," and I was like,
Yeah, and he went, and?
I was just like,
It does not make you a better person.
you scared me. I went, "No, I'm not."
No, I mean, what? Idiot. I mean, I'm sorry, but anybody who stands in the dole office trying to claim dole. I mean, we've been in the dole office in uniform because we're in there sorting stuff out.
Mm.
And she's standing there going, and he was saying to her, "Yeah, so you've got to bring in this evidence to make your claim."
Who was that?
That was that one that used to bully you. I can remember her name, but I'm not going to say it on here.
No, I know. I remember her name too.
And you're like, and he said, "Yeah, so have you got that evidence?" So who's the idiot? I was in there in my uniform and I was getting heckled to that chronic. But I was in there sorting stuff out. I mean, the dole office is a great place. Come in your lunch break.
I'm going to issue a warning to people, actually. It's about something I'm drinking right now. Right, this stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. Monster. Yeah? Good stuff. I drink a lot of Monster. This is the problem. When I went to Finland, I was trying to stay awake.
Not a good idea.
No, I mean, I do usually stay awake before the flight, which is fine, but I tried to stay awake for 3 nights straight. I managed it with the help of Monster. That's not the problem. The problem is I crashed on the plane. I was crying for no reason. I was hot. I was getting flushes. I was in a right state because I had a sugar crash.
A crash is when you've been drinking a high percentage of sugar and all of a sudden you cut that supply off, like, boom, cold turkey, and your sugar level drops.
Yeah, that's why I drink cherry Coke.
Plummets. And
but I do drink this, but I drink it in moderation now because having about 5 cans of Monster over 3 days is not good.
And Mark used to drink it a lot.
Yes, he did.
So much so that he was actually having heart palpitations and had to go to hospital.
Yeah, but I'm not that stupid. I mean, I know what it can do because of Mark having to go to hospital. But 5 cans over 3 days is not a good idea. I mean, it's cheap as well.
And now she knows what a sugar crash is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still drinking it, but I don't drink... I mean, I had one the other day. I'm having one now. So it's like I've had a space. It's okay if you did that. A space. Even a day of a space is fine. But the space of a day... Actually, no, it was 2 days ago. It was when I done my video. My YouTube video. It's about 3 days ago.
See, she usually does her videos. She does her Pandora plays at night.
Yeah.
When I'm not around, generally.
Yeah, because she doesn't like them. Although she's making... We are going to do a collab with my mother on my Pandora plays, and it'll be her making a man or a woman or
well, she makes
person.
it. I just tell her what to do.
Yeah. So we're going to make a person or a man or a family or something together. So.
Not the one we made.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I made the mermaids as well.
I know.
So,
But how are you going to be with a base? game, and that's it.
I don't know.
Exactly. Base game and the goth pack and custom content. A hell of a lot of custom content.
I'll just say, have you got this? Have you got that? But
It's my new jumper, by the way. It's very nice. I got it off Shein.
yeah, well, I can't say that because I was wearing this for another
Shing,
video.
shing, shing, shing. I don't know how to say it.
Did we watched Raya and the Last Dragon? We're going to do a quick review on that.
On this one, or do you want to do another video?
I don't know.
I don't think that should be on this one.
No, because this is a serious subject. But I'm just saying what we've been doing.
And so I was giving warnings about that because that's serious.
We do lots of weird things.
Yeah, right. Also, we're going to do another video.
But you got to give it another 5 minutes because I'm letting that candle burn down because I'm mourning what's happened.
Well, yeah, so I just gave you a little warning about the monster because that's also a serious
And
thing.
also, I have shown these before.
I'm giving warnings here.
Okay.
Right, yeah, so even Relentless, Rockstar, any Prime, any energy drink, do not go mad with it. You know, just moderate it. If you're going to have a drink of Monster or something, have Coke, because that's less sugar than that. And just make sure that your sugar levels are always sort of like high, because if not, then you're going to crash and it's the worst thing ever, so...
I'm going to promote this company as well because I use these for all sorts. They're not scented.
They do smell.
Yeah, beeswax. There's 21 spell. Well, there was 21 spell candles in there. There's not anymore. It comes with a little leaflet telling you what each candle is for, what the colours are for.
Love. No, that's love, isn't it?
It's all right.
Dark red, willpower, magnetism, love and passion. So what's a pink? Love, affection, romance and friendship.
Right, so these are spell candles. They're made by the Phoenix.
Money. That one's money.
They're made by the Phoenix Candle Company, which is a family-run company. They're all handmade. They're very high quality.
Twisty.
They're very high quality. And as I say,
Twisty.
they are a
Twisty.
They're a family-run company.
Ah, that's that sound.
Yes, put them down.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear this. That happens if beeswax candles are taken until they're real beeswax.
Right, so
It's that one, the purple one's sticking up. There you go.
they're made by the Phoenix Candle Company. I bought them online. They're very reasonably priced for what they are. And I've used these for pretty much everything.
The table's clicking along. I love it.
Yeah, we'll put it down before you start rolling it. And I use these for pretty much anything to do with spellcasting and remembrance and stuff like that. So, if you want your own set of spell candles, 21 spell candles.
Actually, on the subject of spells, she will be woo! The chair moved. She will be doing her Mystical Elf channel, but I've got to make her an email address, and I haven't got round to it yet, so...
And as everyone knows, I do like natural products, and they are made from beeswax. So they are very, very good. And they stick like Bellio, which when you're doing a spell is what you need.
Yeah.
And they are really, really good, and I use them a lot. And also they burn very, very clean.
Can't see it. There.
And there's very little residue left with beeswax candle. And I use those for remembrance most of the time. If I'm going to light you a candle in remembrance, it will be a beeswax.
You didn't do one for Squidge.
I did, but I didn't give him a beeswax candle. I lit him a blue one because it was a piece.
We had a animal in the garden that died.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it was a squirrel or a rat.
I don't know, but it was very sad. And yesterday I made Mark go outside and get rid of it. That sounds horrible, to get rid of it. To remove it. Because I was looking out in the garden and I saw it and I can't deal with things like that.
Yeah, well, we couldn't bury it
I
because Mark broke the shovel.
I can't deal with animals being hurt or seeing animals dead or injured. No. I can't do it. And that broke my heart, didn't it?
Yeah, and it couldn't be buried, so we wrapped it up and it was put in the bin.
Yeah. And now the bin smells of decomp.
Has it been emptied?
No, not yet.
Oh, right, okay.
So
Yeah, because Mark didn't tie it down because he's an idiot.
I'm trying to not go in the bin.
So am I.
Not. It's because of it's an animal in there, and it's it's very painful for me for an animal.
It's the smell.
Yeah, well, it's an animal as well. If it was the person, I wouldn't care.
I thought they'd been emptied though.
No, the recycling has, the other one hasn't. If it was a person, I wouldn't care, but it's an animal, so I'm like, no. No.
Yeah, and I really don't want to touch that bin because...
Of the smell? Because it's an animal.
Yeah. But, so if we were just...
That's still burning, but it's just burning the wick.
Yeah, we'll do it. It'll burn until there's nothing left. Although it was a little bit wonky, so there might be a little bit left. I'd just like to say regrets to the family that actually lost a child. Regrets to the one who actually done the shooting because I think he was forced into it through bullying. And regrets to the two girls that are actually in a hospital because they suffered injuries and they're supposed to be very, very serious injuries. So we wish them speedy recovery. But it is a serious subject.
There you go. It's going.
It is a serious subject. If you want to light a candle, you can send us a picture of your candle.
It's still alight.
You can send us a picture of your lit candle in memory. And it's a subject that we shouldn't have really... I never thought I'd be covering something like this in Finland.
Well, they said it should, even the Prime Minister said it's something that should never have happened in Finland.
One of the safest countries in the world.
Yeah, literally, it shouldn't happen in Finland.
So, we've covered it as respectfully as we possibly can. I've said my bit about bullying, about how much I hate it, and it shouldn't happen.
That's still lit.
I know. And, I'm just saying, if anyone can take anything away from this...
If you are being bullied, get help.
And if you are a bully,
Stop
find
it.
out the situation of the person that you're bullying first.
Well, just stop it. Don't do it.
Yeah, there's no glory in it.
It doesn't make you look big in front of people. You're just basically breaking a person down bit by bit. And what is the fun in that? Why?
Do you like breaking people?
It probably makes me feel big, but you shouldn't.
Well, it make you feel big because your mate's going, you're picking on him.
Yeah, which is great, but where are they going to, you're not going to be friends with that person for the rest of your life.
So
I met my best friend when I was 25.
So don't do it. It's not worth it. And you'll ruin somebody's life. Absolutely destroy it. And I know a lot of young people admire people like Jackass and the Dudesons.
They're funny though.
Yeah, but the Dudesons were bullied.
I think a lot of the Jackass crew are actually bullied as well. So,
So
you're more likely to make something of yourself if you're not a bully than you are if you are a bully. I mean, I'm a singer, dancer, model, and actress. I was bullied at school. I walked out of school early. I have hardly any education.
Everybody has mentioned the films that you're in.
Yeah. So I have hardly any education, but look at what I've done. I didn't need an education to do the work I'm doing. I don't need an education to do YouTube. I mean, yeah, right, programming would be good and knowing what I'm doing would, but that's beside the point. Yeah,
and you're your age now, so it's not something you learn as a child, is it?
No, but you know, like I've got to learn how to edit and stuff, which is fine. I mean, if I get some help, that would be great. But you know, it's like
I love the way the candle's burning.
I know it stopped, and it's like, yeah, there's still some in me. All right. Anyway, so yeah, you know, like you can achieve things if you're not a bully over if you are a bully. If you're a bully, you're not going to achieve anything. You're not. Apart from how to bully people, and that's not something you're going to be doing when you're about 30.
It might be.
It's out. So,
Answer.
my dad did that. It's security. Anyway, but, you know, don't bully people.
Don't do
For
it.
any reason. Even if they look a bit funny. Even if they look a bit out of step. Just be like, instead of being like, you look funny, that person's got the balls to go out and dress like that.
Elton John, Sir Elton John, dressed as Donald Duck.
He had the balls to dress like that.
Yeah, I mean, and does anyone go, bully him? No, because he'd have his bodyguards would rip him apart.
Yeah, so, you know, it's not big, it's not clever, it's just stop, don't bully people, it's not right, it's not on, and you're breaking someone apart. And like I said, that stays with you.
And also what
through your life
is that person that you're breaking apart might go on to be a nurse. And you're smashed up in a road accident and you're coming, do you really think that person is going to want to treat you? I mean, they probably will because it's their job and they've had to take
but
oaths and things.
They've got needles and things.
Yeah, sharp.
And you know what? They can actually... They may have taken an oath not to do anything to you physically, but they can actually make a needle. If you have an injection, they can make it hurt 50 times more.
And they can also refuse to treat you and get someone else to do it.
But they can make a little injection hurt so much more than it has to. So do you really want to risk that? I don't think so.
So bullying is not worth it. And also, they might go on to be a firefighter.
You know, think of police.
Police officer.
And you know about police brutality, right? So just think. Don't do it. And the mental state you're leaving that person in. Like I said, I was bullied. And as I've got older, my mental conditions have got worse. I had depression at school, and my depression hasn't gone away since then.
And also, yeah, he took a firearm to school and shot his bullies. He's got to live with that for the rest of his life. The fact that he took someone's life and possibly took another two. So...
But he needs to talk to somebody. He needs to get therapy or something.
Well, the thing is, the good thing about the penal system in Finland is it is based on rehab.
They probably will get him help. That's what he needs.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's just hope that he gets the help he needs and, you know, nothing like this happens again because...
It was a shock that it happened in Finland.
Yeah, but bullying is so wrong.
It is. Right, anyway, we're going to end this here.
Yeah,
and we're going to do another video.
Yes, so be kind and considerate. Just show the wastage on that candle because there's not a lot of it.
There's a little bit of wax.
This is what I love about beeswax candles and they are an actual thing.
There's the wick there. It's burnt down to nothing. You can't really see it. There's the other part of the wick. And this is just the wax.
The wick's made of cotton flax, and the candle's made of beeswax, so it's all natural.
And it's quite easy to pick off as well.
And I'd just like to say, you know, this has been a pretty serious one. This has been pretty heavy. But if you would like to light a candle and send us a picture of it, then, we'll welcome that. If you want to leave us a comment on this one, have you been bullied? Are you thinking of bullying someone?
What does that mean? Are you thinking of bullying someone?
Well, someone looks funny and you want to pick on them. If you're thinking of bullying someone, or if you're being bullied, talk to us. We might be able to, at least you've told us, and we might be able to point you in the right direction. So
don't do it.
And don't do it if you're thinking of bullying. But it's led people to suicide. It's led people to doing this and shooting people. And it's really not worth it.
No, I had suicidal tendencies because of that.
And there is actually a movie, it's got Robin Williams in it, it's called The Best Dad in the World. And his son died through a very stupid form of suicide. And he then made his son out to sound like an absolute hero. And everyone's going, oh, I loved him. And they'd all bullied him.
Mm.
So,
So we're going to leave this one here, and then we're going to be doing another one.
Be kind and considerate. Until next time, we'll be seeing you on Towers and Tidy Up.
Bye.
Bye.